Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and the subject of this replay is Malkavian STR, and he's in the SU-5, the Tier 4 Soviet SPG. Now, this is unusual because most replays feature the SU-5 with the massive great 152mm mortar, but it appears that Malkavian has the 122mm howitzer on his gun. Let's see how he gets on with it. We're on the north spawn of Erlenberg, by the way, if you didn't know. I'm sure many of you do know, of course. And he's setting up in a position near the road. Okay, and now looking. This is Erlenberg encounter, so from his position here you can get a good look at the enemy cap, or the cap as such. And we've got 18 rounds to play with, the 18 rounds of 122 ammunition. If he was in the 152mm mortar, he'd only have 12 rounds to play with because they're much bigger rounds and there's less space on the vehicle. He's decided to relocate and he's headed back towards the spawn point. You can get a better angle on the cap from here. The SU-5 does have very good range and a very good ability to one-shot its opponents. Certainly the 152 does, and that enemy is taken down before Malkavian can get a shot in. Okay, he's done this because I think he needs to be central, because the enemy could have come up through the castle. In fact, there is a Matilda at the other end of the castle and a Type 95. Okay, the enemy he was firing at there has gone unsighted, but he fires another round. And he destroys the STRV M40. Wipes it out, one shot. Okay, he's indicating his target with the T key. He's going after that Type 95. He's still reloading, and the reticule's contracting. But it looks like he can put the shell directly into the side of that Type 95, and it pulls around the corner before he can get the round out. That's a pity. Okay, he's indicating his T key again, this time on the ground. It's very, very close to the castle wall, but he can still get a shot in. He lines it up, fires. Direct hit! 182 hit points. 3 critical hits into the Type 95. He definitely tracked the vehicle as well, so that would have, or should have, given him a chance, a second chance. Okay, there is a T-15, a Panzer T-15. That's a German Tier 3 Scout, Premium Scout, and sitting in the corner of the cap. Okay, he's rounded out. Direct hit, kills it, 195 hit points. Very good shot. Okay, you can see a Matilda up near the castle, poking its nose out, shooting at the cap area. Ah, something knocked a tree down, so there's another tank there as well. Yes, it's the Type 95 again. Obviously decided to make his way to the cap. Probably a bit concerned. Now, if he lines up this shot ahead, he can fire directly into the side of it as it comes along. Shoots. No, it falls short. So the reticule hadn't contracted enough when he fired. But the Type 95 has gone down anyway. They're one tank ahead at the moment. Okay. Now, he knows there's a Matilda up near the castle. So he probably needs to retreat east at this moment to make sure that Matilda doesn't make its way north. The SU-26 is joining him. There's a Panzer III who can spot if the Matilda is coming. And there's an enemy in the cap. Malkavian's decided to stop and see if he can put a shot in. That Matilda's making its way here. Malkavian's decided to target that instead. He's just backing away to get into a dip because he can be seen from where he was. Okay. The Matilda's gone unsighted, but that Panzer III should be able to spot it very, very shortly. Yes, there it is. The Panzer III spotted it. It's not... He's just about ready to fight. It's got a very narrow field of view, the SU-5, so any slight movement of the vehicle will bloom the reticule quite dramatically. So he's aiming ahead. Okay, almost ready to fire. He's loaded. It's stopped. He shoots directly into the side. 182 hit points. The Matilda's not happy about that. He's turned his rear to Malkavian. That is a very stupid move, and he's been taken out before Malkavian could reload. I mean, if he had reloaded, he would have been able to take that Matilda out with the next shot. Oh, there's a Panzer S-35 in the cap area, and he's just taken out one of Malkavian's team. He's hiding behind that wall. He's in an Arty safe position from Malkavian's current situation, but he fires a shot anyway, and he reduces the cap points. He gets a splash. That reduces the cap. Now we know the enemy's still there because we can see that wreck is moving. I think the Panzer S-35 was trying to use it as a shield. He shoots another one in where he fired the last one. No reduction in cap points. Now an STRV M40 on Malkavian's team is going down the other side to see if he can sight the enemy from across the river. They need to get eyes on this S-35. It's more than likely still there behind that rock, because I don't think he would have moved away for fear of being hit by an Arty round. There are a number of places you can hide in the cap, but I think that S-35 is very reluctant to go. Oh, there he is. And he is still there, but he's moved a little further on. It's still out of Malkavian's reach, so he's moving further and closer. He might need to move to his right in order to open the angle and be able to shoot it, but the S-35 has been killed. It's been taken out by the STRV M40 that we saw earlier. Went down to the riverside. Okay, the scores are fairly equal. Although Malkavian's team does have a heavy, the Type 91, and the enemy only has a tank destroyer, a light tank, and 3 Arty. Okay, you can see the enemy Arty are firing shots in at the STRV on Malkavian's side. Now he's taking a very close position here to the cap. That's not going to work with the building in the way, but the closer he gets, the more vulnerable he is. He's almost in the cap himself. He needs to go to the right to open up the angle to get a better shot, or is he going to... No, he's going to cap. He's decided to cap. And he's even going to try a shot whilst he's in the cap to see if he can reduce the cap points. And his teammate just got killed. So he's the only one on his team who's still in the cap, and there's an enemy just across the river. Now he's aiming. He can't see the enemy. If he is seen, then he may have to move quickly because the enemy may try to fire at him. There's only the 3 Arty on his team left. He shoots. He kills the enemy TD. Okay, he needs to move quickly. Needs to move quickly into cover, because the enemy Arty will be firing. They know where he was, but they don't know where he is now. Now he's gone into those bushes. That should provide some cover, unless of course that cruiser saw him. And he, oh dear, he fired, but it hit those obstruction. But the cruiser 4 has been taken down by a member of Malkavian's team. Now, I'm not sure if he's in an Arty safe position there. He might not be. He hasn't got much hit points left. He needs to move again. He needs to fool the enemy Arty into firing somewhere he isn't. He's chosen to go into these bushes. There's 3 Arty against 3 Arty now. Both that tank destroyer and cruiser threw away any advantage the enemies had. Okay, he's spotted the enemy M7 Priest. And he's very close. And the M7's a dangerous opponent. Oh, it's a Panzerstaffel 4B. The M7 Priest is across the river. Both are very dangerous. The Panzerstaffel 4B has a 105mm gun. He's loading quickly. He can probably fire faster than 4B can. And he one-shots the 4B. Excellent. Now he knows the M7 is across the river. He needs to get out of shot of that M7 Priest. And he also needs to worry about where the last Arty is as well. The T82. We know the T82 is somewhere to the south. We don't know whereabouts. That was just ammunition exploding. No harm to him. Okay, he's relocating again. The M7 Priest has been killed. He's going to the north side of the cap this time. And the enemy T82's been killed. He drowned. He drowned. What a scumbag. I don't mind saying that because any Arty who suicides rather than fight is a scumbag. We all think that ourselves. All Arty players think that people who suicide in battle, they let everybody down because at least they can fight and try to win. And sometimes Arty do win on their own. But that T82 just drove into the river and drowned. What a letdown and what a disgrace. He should hang his head in shame. Okay, Malkavian managed to get an ace tanker. He got a bruiser. He got a fighter badge. And he got the high caliber. He did highest in damage, 1,097 hit points. He got the highest number of kills, 4. And he scored the highest amount of base XP, 802. He fired 14 shots in total, 7 direct hits, 7 penetrations, no splash. He did damage of 1,097 and 555 of that was more than 300 meters. So some of the tanks that he took out in the cap were a lot closer. He received 1 hit, 1 penetration. He received a hit as a result of splash damage twice, and 2 enemy vehicles were spotted. He damaged 7 vehicles, destroyed 4, and damage due to his assistance was 132 hit points. He defended base capture points of 10, and he captured 41. He has a standard account, so he earned 18,206 credits. After deductions for repair and ammunition, he takes away 13,933 credits. His base XP was 802, and times 2 for first victory of the day means he walks away with 1,604 experience points. So, well done there, Malkavian. Nice battle. Pity about the enemy suiciding rather than choosing to fight. I think it would have been an interesting ending. But there you go. It's another victory, it's another ace tanker, and another high caliber. So well done. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully I will see you in the next replay.